Manchester City took the lead after just 20 minutes with Sergio Aguero tapping into an empty net from close. There were 78 minutes gone when Leroy Sane was introduced, 85 when he gave Manchester City what they deserved. Why he had to wait that long, heaven knows. Sane is one of Schalke's favorite sons. He started here, made his name here as a sensation in German football, and because he did not leave them for a bigger Bundesliga club, they still love him around these parts. So when he was introduced, late, with City inexplicably trailing, there was none of the animosity traditionally reserved for deserters. Even his equaliser was greeted, not with anger, but mild resignation. Schalke knew they were a tad fortunate to be leading. Sane had only given City the minimum they merited.And it was some gold, too.Maybe they wouldn't have been quite so philosophical had they known what was to befall them in the final minute of the game, but there you go. City were the best team, and their two-goal fightback came when down to 10 men after Nicolas Otamendi was sent off for a second bookable offence, a foul on Guido Burgstaller, and then a stupidly angry reaction to the free kick. Nobody can argue they did not work extremely hard for this win.But back to Sane.What a goal got City back into this game. It was a free kick, 25 yards out, which Sane took in an old-fashioned style, but with incredible panache. A full throttle run up, a huge left foot strike and the ball up and over the wall, in with the merest flick off the inside of the post, goalkeeper Ralf Fahrmann powerless to prevent it. The winner was less spectacular, but just as impressively effective.A long punt. Goalkeeper Ederson and Raheem Sterling shoulder to shoulder with defender Bastian Oczipa, who wanted a foul, didn't get it, and left the England man to finish smartly. What a comeback just when it looked as if Pep Guardiola was about to lose his first tie to a German side. And too.The new process wasn't wrong, necessarily.It just wasn't very satisfactory. Referee Carlos Del Cerro Grande wanted to have a look at his monitor, but the TV was on the fritz. The whole process of giving a Schalke penalty took close to 4 minutes, and few inside the ground had a clue what was going on. By the end of it, Schalke were level, and maybe the decision was merited, but there was little here that will convince the skeptics of VAR's worth. For much of the first half it looked as if Manchester City could put this tie away before the second leg. By half-time, they trailed 2-1. Out. A combination of rashness on the part of Fernandinho and the vagaries of VAR. Schalke, having looked entirely without ambition, benefited from 2 penalties, and not only the big calls, and the goals went against Manchester City. They also lost 2 key players, Fernandinho and Nicolas Otamendi, for the return. What initially appeared a walk in the park ended up a very bad 45 minutes indeed for Manchester City. It started so well, too.The in the 7th minute, an intricately worked free kick, clever footwork skirting around City's lack of height, ended with David Silva whipping in a cross met by Sergio Aguero and forcing a good save from goalkeeper Ralf Fahrmann. Schalke were playing one up, at best, and allowing City possession by dropping deeper and deeper. We've seen this film before and know how it ends. Eventually, Schalke lost concentration and a goal. When Manchester United came here in 2011 for a Champions League semi-final, they were up against the rising star of German football and goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, a game-changing player even now, as Liverpool discovered on Tuesday night. It is fair to say Fahrmann is no Neuer, certainly not with the ball at his feet. With 19 minutes gone, he was caught in two minds by foolishness on the part of his teammates at the opposite end of the field. Aymeric Laporte went up for a challenge with Schalke's Marc Uth, which he won. Schalke wanted a foul, which it wasn't. Uth stayed down as if injured, which he wasn't. The ball finding its way back to Fahrmann, he seemed undecided whether to kick for touch and allow Uth treatment, which he didn't need. Instead, he hit a short pass to defender Sane, who prepared to receive it with the relish he might stolen goods. David Silva nicked the ball and squared it to Aguero, who only had to roll it into an empty net. He's quite capable of scoring hard ones, he really doesn't need gifts. It was, however, a save from Fahrmann that changed the game. He kept out a low, curling free kick from Kevin De Bruyne after 33 minutes that, had it gone in, would have given City a 2-goal lead and forced a kick-off restart. And that would have left Schalke without the opportunity to keep the ball in play from Fahrmann's save and mount a rare sortie upfield, which ended in the penalty decision that got them level. Perhaps it was a penalty, but it was certainly a mess. Daniel Caligiuri's shot looked goal-bound until it struck Otamendi. Immediately, Schalke players surrounded referee Carlos Del Cerro Grande, screaming for a penalty. This seemed to do the trick as he called for a VAR ruling. Well, at least we presume he did. UEFA said fans would be kept fully informed of developments without being shown an actual replay of the incident. That didn't happen. No VAR was in effect because the players mooned around or followed the official like a gang of unsubtle pickpockets while he walked around with his finger in one ear, as if he was appearing on a particularly hammy episode of Star Trek. Then, with nobody any the wiser, he called both captains together, and Fahrmann does the job for Schalke, meaning he was summoned from 70 yards away to order them to tell their players to stop crowding him. Why would they, when exactly that strategy had proved so successful in getting VAR involved in the first place? Finally, he was handed down his decision. Penalty to Schalke. Otamendi looked to be trying to get his arm out of the way, but, bottom line, he failed. Seen them given, as any pundit will say. Finally, when Nabil Bentaleb, late of Tottenham, was standing over the ball, UEFA felt confident enough to inform the paying spectators a penalty had been awarded via VAR. Thanks for that. Otamendi was booked and misses the next leg. Bentaleb went right, City goalkeeper Ederson left. Somehow, Schalke were level. The whole process had taken more than 3 minutes. 7 minutes later, or 10 in old money, take your pick, Schalke were ahead. Another rare as hen's teeth expedition into the City penalty area produced unnecessary action from Fernandinho, who defended a free kick by grappling with Ralf Sane. This time Del Cerro Grande spotted the offence without assistance. He booked Fernandinho, who will now miss the return, a far greater loss than Otamendi, and Bentaleb stepped up again. This time he went left, as did Ederson again, but the connection was too good, high and well placed. City must have wondered what had hit them. European football circa 2019, it would seem. Get Man City latest news updates directly to your inbox. Subscribe. Thank you for subscribing.